the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Pretend Online Racing Sidewinder Dirt Series. Tonight, Mission 22. Learner 50. Presented by snoopdawgydon on Twitch. Big block modifieds here. 21 drivers checked in for tonight's action. They've got about 6 minutes left in their practice session before they head to qualifying. Many of the old familiar faces. I see Greg LeMay is here. Gabe Gladfelter, Rylan Gray, Nick Cohan, Reed Rundle in the house tonight. Rare appearance by Mr. Rundle. Nick Shamborn, Shea Paulo brought the 21 machine in tonight. Dylan Macedo. There's a lot of the regulars here tonight, missing a few faces. This series alternates back and forth week to week between the 360 wing sprint cars and these big block modifieds, and they have a lot of fun with this series, and the guys really enjoy it. Been interesting since the get-go earlier in the month. Be the first time this month that we've covered the big blocks for everybody, so sit back and enjoy. Guys, say hi in the chat. Doesn't matter where you are. In fact, tell us where you're watching from tonight. If you're over on Twitch or YouTube, say hi. We can see you in the chat. If you're on Facebook, be sure to drop by the Dirt Racing Network page. Like, share, and follow. 3-4 cars out here. Let's see. Get down and find a couple of other drivers out here. Cars sitting in the pits. Bunch of them sitting in the pits, guys. Not out making too many laps. Greg LeMay, he is out here putting the 99 car through its paces in the mud. Right now, second quick on the speed chart. Jeremy Prey quickest, and he's got that 117 car back in the work area. The 97 of Aaron Beaver. Andrew Haberman in the pit. So right now, just LeMay, I think, and yeah, there's 3 guys out there running laps. It might be Josh Hart. Yeah. It actually, Rundle is on a track. He is making laps here on front stretch into 1 and 2. That time, looks like Beer went off the track on the top side. Best thing about this track, no outside fence. Front stretch, the only place where you have any kind of fencing on this thing. Everything else, you go up over the berm, and it's not good for your night. Definitely not good for your night. So 22, Scott Barkman now checked in to the pit area. So 22 cars. Scheduled to put 24 out here if we can get them for the feature. 50 laps will be the distance. Kind of watching the guys get a few laps in right before we get ready to go trackside for our pre-race ceremonies. Probably about 30 seconds we'll be ready to go do that here, so won't take too long. Just watching Mr. Rundle make a few laps. I know Beaver had his car back to the worker. I think LeMay, same thing. They both headed back to the pits, both rolling back out now. Somebody else joining them here. Let's see who that is. 68. Andrew Haberman. Going to come out, put down a couple laps. They're going to call the cars off the track here in just a moment. And we are going to get ready for our invocation and our national anthem here. So we'll take it trackside. Let public address take it away.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alrighty, big thank you to my good friends Sam and Johnny Foley for the invocation and the national anthem there, and my fondest wishes for my man Johnny to get that seat on the council there in Port Orange, Florida, being endorsed by some pretty heavy hitters from the state in the political arena. So congratulations to him. Get a refresh. We're going to try to see if we can find some paint on some of these cars. Looks like Trading Paint's maybe having a little bit of a problem giving us our skins. There we go. That's the Yoko's number 01 of Nick Shamborn. Right now, Gabe Gladfelter, quickest in qualifying, 15:281. He completes his second lap. No time on that one. Must have nicked the fences. 15:392. A little bit slower. Time took a second to come in. Robbie Schaefer, Greg LeMay. So we look down through the field. Shea Paulo still out on track. He is not. Reed Rundle just wrapping his up, 17th quick right now. So 23 cars have checked in. I see 11 of Shane Yates now on track. Go get a peek at the brightly painted number 11. First timed lap, and Shane's going to go out the side window of turn number 2. So we won't get a chance to see what's going on with him. Here's Nick Cohan, 21 car. No time score. There he goes. Now up to 13th, 15.529 seconds. Scott Simley on the clock. First time lap for him. 16.366. So 22nd quick. Shane Yates got back on track and put a time down of 15.739, good enough for 19th quick. So all 23 cars have posted time. They will divvy them up into the heat races and get them ready to roll out here in groups. What looks like about 8 cars apiece. Going to be 3 heat races for us. 23 cars. Everyone will make it to the show tonight. So let us go through the CJAuto21.com starting lineup for heat race number 1. On the pole, Dylan Macedo, the 25 car. On his outside, the Yokos, number 01 of Nick Shamborn. Your what are you going? Your second row on the inside, the 117 of Jeremy Prey, and on the outside, quick qualifier for the evening, Gabe Gladfelder in the 128. Row 3 on the inside, the CJ Automotive, Dizzy Motorsports, number 21 from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Nick Cohan, and on his outside, Chad Robinson, the 19. And your back row on the inside, we saw him make a qualifying attempt at brightly painted number 11 car, Shane Yates, and on the outside, Scott Barkman, the 9. That is your 8-car starting field for heat race number 1. The drivers rolling by. The 179 car of Chad Robinson. Hello, Terry. Why were you not in here racing, buddy? I'm used to seeing you up in here. Especially on a Tuesday night. All right, lights off on the pace truck. Green out of turn 4 for heat race number 1. Macedo and Shamborn on the front row. Pace truck will jump off the outside of turn 3 and head back to the pits. The driver is going to go green right here. Green. 4, green flag in the air. By the front stretch, somebody went out the front door right there in turn number 1. Going to say Scott Barkman had a big issue. He is, flipped over and outside of turn 2, so that will eliminate him from heat 1. And right now, Shamborn, the 01, out in front of Gladfelder. Macedo out the window in turn number 1 and 2. He's going to keep the car on all fours, trying to roll it back onto the surface. Jeremy Prey inherits third for that move. Nick Cohan in fourth. Then Robinson and Yates, as they are the 6 in the front group. Macedo back on track, about a half a lap, 3/4 of a lap behind now. Shamborn still in front. He's getting reeled in. Here comes Gladfelder. Gladfelder going to go to the bottom. Come out in the middle. No go. Too much momentum off the top side. Shamborn's keeping the 01 just down from the lip. And he is maintaining the front 4 laps to go that time around. Shamborn, Gladfelder, Prey, Robinson and Yates. Robinson. He went through the back door of turn number 2 back there, so he is off track, way back in the weeds. Little contact between Cohan and Yates here as they battle 4th and 5th. Cohan slid across the nose, went to the top side, but Yates cut it back underneath. They're going to go slide job back and forth here. Good battle from these two. White flag out of turn 4 for Nick Shamborn. Gladfelder half a second behind that. We're watching 3rd and 4th. Best battle on the track by far right here. And now it looks like Yates going to secure 3rd. But it is all Shamborn in heat number 1. He's going to take the victory. Gladfelder 2nd, Prey 3rd, and Cohan almost had it, but Yates sneaks back around the top side, and then Cohan, all kinds of problems finding the outside fence there. Robinson, Macedo, and Barkman rounding out the Heat 1 field. Oh, Mr. Nichols, good to see you in chat. Well, that's unfortunate, Mr. Mustard. You get that fixed and come and see us. Heat 2. Gridding out, and we are ready to look at the CJAuto21.com starting lineup for Heat 2. Rylan Gray, the 06 machine, will be on the pole with Casey Miller in the 05 on his outside. Your second row, inside, the Heartbreakers Graphics Race Racing, number 58 out of Houston, Texas, Josh Hart. And on the outside of him in the Full Moon Garage, number 10 from Hamburg, Pennsylvania, Rob Schaefer. Third row on the inside, the over-the-wall photography opens up SimSport number 21 out of Hanford, California, Shea Paulo. And to the outside of him in the third row, the 6 car of Josh Cox. Fourth row on the inside, the Buddies Racing Equipment TDC race team number 43 from Oxford, Michigan, Reed Arundel. And on the outside, rounding out the field, the 12 car, Scott Simley. Rylan Gray's car unpainted, and I'm not used to seeing that. I'm used to that thing being black with a bunch of aqua blue and white on it. So Mr. Gray running incognito this evening. But he has the pole for Heat 2, and he's got Casey Miller to his outside. So 8 more cars. They are all going to the feature. Pace truck is off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Heat number 2 and a good side-by-side start. Now Gray runs the slider line. He takes the point, 3 wide behind that for second. Miller, Hart, and Schaefer. Robbie Schaefer, the 97 car, right there in the middle now, has slipped into third behind Miller. Josh Hart in fourth. Shea Paulo sits in fifth, and right on his tail end, that 43 car, Reed Arundel. Arundel trying to make it go forward. Couple of blinks there. Don't know what happened with those guys. Half the field just blinked out for a second. That is odd. Scott Simley's in seventh, and Josh Cox way back here in eighth. Right now, I'm not sure what's going on. Rylan Gray looks like maybe he's disconnected from the server. He was out in front of this thing. He may have been the reason for the blink, but looks like he is gone. So it is Casey Miller with Rob Schaefer all over him. Josh Hart right in behind that. Casey Miller blinking just a bit. This is not my deal. I just broadcast this one, Mr. Evans. And I think registrations have closed. I think they closed about 3 weeks ago for this series. So Miller now starting to get away. Rundle's going to fall. So half of this field has fallen out during this race. Connection issues, it appears. So it is Miller, Arundel, Simley, and Cox. Cox in the work area. Simley running third behind Arundel. Miller in behind that. We've lost Josh Hart, Robbie Schaefer, Shea Paulo, and Rylan Gray in just the last couple of laps. We're coming to the white flag. And the net gremlins seem to have made a war of attrition out of heat race number 2 here. They're making it a walk in the park for Casey Miller. He's going to win this easily. 1.2 seconds ahead of Reed Rundle. He's going to come out of turn 4. Checkered flag right there. Your winner, Casey Miller in heat 2. Reed Rundle. Scott Simley. And then we're going to put Josh Cox up into the 4th spot. Everybody's going to transfer through, so those guys have a chance to get back in the server. But that was one of the weirdest things I've seen in a minute. Half the field dropped out in a heat race. So, third heat race, rolling to the grid right here. CJAuto21.com starting lineup on the pole. The 97 of Aaron Beaver, and on his outside, 68 car of Andrew Haberman. Second row on the inside, another 68 machine, going to be Chris Webb. And on the outside of him in the School of Sim Racing, Team SSR Elite, the 99 from Birdsboro, Pennsylvania of Greg LeMay. Third row, the double aught, Don Runkle. On his outside, the Grand Slam Graphics number 89 from Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania of Mason Hine. And your back row, the 86 of John Borst. He'll be solo back there. I do not even see him on the grid just yet. And I don't think he's going to make the roll out here. So we will have 6 cars. Everybody making it straight through to the feature. Yeah, William, this isn't, like I said, this ain't my series, buddy. I just cover this one. These guys used to be Sim 500. They did 360s and late models. And I don't remember which late model it was. Maybe pro late model. But they took a couple of months off and moved the series to another league, Pretend Racing Online, and now they're doing 360 wing sprinters and the big block modifieds on alternating weeks. And This is the first time we've been able to cover the big block since I was on vacation a couple of weeks ago. I didn't get the opportunity. But back in the saddle tonight. I can get you in touch with who it is. Like I said, I think registration's closed first week of February, but I can get you in touch, and we'll see if Nick can get you in there. All right, Beaver and Haberman, row 1. Webb and LeMay, row 2. Runkle and Hine in row 3. Final heat race of the evening. Cars blinking all over the place, and I'm wondering if maybe iRacing itself isn't starting to have some kind of weird issue up in the Northeast where some of these servers are hold. But we won't know until something's reported later. Right now, the green flag in the air, and Haberman gone like a rocket from these guys already. We're watching a battle second on back. That's Webb, LeMay, Beaver, Hine, and Runkle. And LeMay went right down to the grass. I didn't think that was going to work. He had to check the car too hard coming out of 2. And that let Webb back around. It's going to put LeMay 3rd. Beaver settled into 4th. And now Mason Hine trying to make a bid to take that away from Aaron Beaver in the 89 car. Hine's got the inside here. We'll see if he throws the slider down in 3 and 4. I think he's going to keep the car planted right through the center. Not the quick way around right now. It is all Haberman up in the front. 0.7 of a second. Running right under the cushion right there. 4 to go that time. Haberman, Webb, LeMay, your top 3. They've broken away from Aaron Beaver, Mason Hine, and Don Runkle. And now Beaver starting to break away a little bit from Hine here. They were battling a couple of laps ago. Top 3 starting to bunch back up. The 268 car is going to go at it. Webb and Haberman. Webb turns the car down low, out of 4. I don't think that's going to get him anywhere. He might lose a spot now. LeMay had a great run around the top. I think LeMay is going to head for position number 2 up here. Oh, is going to get bumped. Doesn't go off the track. Checks the car down. Webb slammed the right-hand door into the left door of LeMay right there. And now we're on the white flag. I think that's how they're probably going to finish. Haberman's going to win it if he can stay from blinking. He'll pick up the victory in Heat 3. Then Webb, LeMay. Don Runkle now has worked his way around into 4th. Mason Hine a lap down in 5th. And Beaver somehow lost the car and ended up taking it to the pits. So heat racing action completed. Warm-up session underway. We will just let these guys do what they're going to do. No bills left to pay. I paid them all at the beginning of the night. Appreciate everybody tuning in, spending part of your Tuesday evening with us. 50-lap feature on tap next for you. 23 cars will be in that. These guys going to go in and work some of the moisture out of the track. Between practice and qualifying, they went in, reset the track a little bit. And with a limited amount of cars and a limited amount of laps in heat races, no consolation races, they need to knock a little moisture out, get this thing to start widening out so we can have more than single-file racing. So they will take a couple of minutes to do that. Coming up tomorrow night, Dominic Santina back into the booth. Dirt Slingers. Wednesday Night Warriors. UMP Modifieds at Lanier, 8 o'clock Eastern. That series in its 13th week. They're alternating back and forth between the UMP and the big blocks. This week, the UMP mods. Thursday night, Dirt Slingers, Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Those drivers in about week 11, I believe. And I will find out where they're going to be because I'm an old man and I forget things. They are going to be at Knoxville this time around. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursday. And then we start all over again on Sunday with 5 shows for you. NDRA back-to-back. Hales Corners back-to-back. That series is very fun to watch. That's a tight group of guys. They're all related to the Hales Corner Speedway, and they brought themselves together and made a pretty fun series out of what they do. 2 shows on Sunday, and then Dirt Kings also on Sunday. So get back to a full schedule next week. Couple of minutes left. They've got plenty of cars out here. Looks like the track's starting to work down pretty good. They're knocking a bunch of the moisture out. I see a line starting to develop up high and one that's still a little wide down low, but that'll go away as the feature goes on, and I bet we start to see some good 2-wide racing probably around the midway point. They got 50 laps to do, and you put 23 cars out here. That's that's over 1,100 laps they can put down on this thing, and that will take a track from 0% to 100% pretty quick. So. Lots going on, guys. Plenty of room for advertising. Reach out to us if you want to advertise your business, or if you do something special. Special package deals for everybody. If you were here at the beginning of the show, you saw all the advertising. Those guys want to get their product out there, so it's a good place to do it. Almost 1,100 or 11,000, almost 11,000 followers right now. Just waiting on our warm-up session to end. Track work being done, guys. Burning down some of the moisture that's still in the racing surface. Want to put on the best show possible. Need the track to start getting a little bit slick. Doesn't need to get too slick, just a little bit. We like to see the changes throughout the main event. Drivers start to search around to find the best racing line where they can make progress forward. Where's the Chicago style hot dogs, dude? Where's the popcorn? That's a terrible question, I gotta say. Put all those pictures of all that food you were cooking on my driver page, and then I got nothing. Nada, zilch, bupkis. It's just wrong. All right, warm-up session, winding down. It'll be time to run through our CJAuto21.com starting lineup for your 50-lap main event. Pretend Online Racing Sidewinder Dirt Series. The No Fences of 50 presented by snoopdawgydon on Twitch. Here comes your starting lineup. Nick Shamborn will start on the pole with Casey Miller to his outside, row 2. Andrew Haberman on the inside. Gabe Gladfelter to the outside him. Gladfelter, your quick qualifier this evening. Going to start outside row number 2. Good spot for a quick car tonight. Third row, Reed Rundle and Chris Webb. Jeremy Prey and Scott Simley in row 4. Row 5, Greg LeMay and Shane Yates. Watch that 11 car. Always quick. Always dangerous in modified. Josh Cox inside the 6th row. Don Runkle will start to double out on his outside. Row 7, Nick Cohan inside. Josh Hart outside. The 8th row, Mason Hine. Chad Robinson. Row 9, Robbie Schaefer inside. And Aaron Beaver will start on the outside. Beaver problems in his heat race and had to take the car in early, but makes it, maybe make it roll out for the future. We're missing a bunch of cars, guys. Dylan Macedo scheduled to start inside row 10 with Shea Paulo on his outside. I don't see Paulo in the server. And then Borston Barkman back here in row 11, and Rylan Gray scheduled to start on the very back. But so far, I don't know. Maybe only Rylan Gray, the only one, as all of a sudden I'm starting to see cars show up from everywhere. So, yeah, Rylan Gray looks like maybe the only car. So 22 drivers. We're roaring to life. Next time out of turn number 4, we'll watch that pace truck drop off the outside of turn 3. And Nick Shamborn and Casey Miller will get us going here. 50 laps on tap for you. Oh, he tortures me. I thought we were friends, buddy. Dang. All right, here we go. Green flag. About to wave. There it is. We are underway. 50 laps. A big block modifieds from Lernerville. Already, Casey Miller bumped the fence there on the front stretch. They're about 4 or so wide behind him. They're going to try to sort that out down to 2, maybe 3. We see Reed Rundle trying to go forward. Rundle already up to 4th here. Miller slid back to 3rd. It was Haberman. Got around him, moved into 2nd. Now Rundle goes around Miller. He's got 3rd. 3 wide. Rundle in the middle. Gladfelter was on the bottom. Now Haberman comes across. That's going to check everybody. All kinds of contact. You see LeMay's car get out of shape. Haberman come down across the nose of the 43, and when he gathered the car back up, he went right back up into LeMay. Looks like things starting to settle out. Car through the infield right there, right out of turn 4. Not sure if that was Robbie Schaefer. Might have been Josh Cox. I think it was the 6 of Cox that cut through the infield right here at the cone. He does it again. All right, now Nick Shamborn solely out in front, 1.1 seconds. Jeremy Prey has worked his way around into 2nd. LeMay stayed in 3rd. Chris Webb to 4th. Casey Miller back to 5th. Then Haberman lost a lot of spots. There goes our car around. Who was that? Was that Rundle?
Caution is out.
Was that was Reed Rundle? Well, let's go see what happened to Mr. Rundle here. Oh, got in there, got a little bit slowed up, and Yates gave him a little bumper, and don't know if Rundle's going to be able to continue or not, but he took it to the work area quickly. So let's check our top 10 real quick. Chamborn, Prey, LeMay, Webb, Miller, Haberman, Simley, Yates, Cohan, and Cox is our top 10 right now. If we can keep the 6 car and the 97 car apart, I will be good tonight. Mr. Cohan will know what that is all about. Not when it comes to food, huh? Dang. All right, man. Well, then we got to get together, go to Whataburger again. On you this time. All right. 128 of Gabe Gladfelter, John Borst, Shea Paulo, Robbie Schaefer, Josh. I don't know. Maybe some of these guys are here. Maybe they're not. All kinds of weird warping issues tonight with some of these guys. Going to make it difficult to figure out who is sticking around and who is not, because guys are warping out and it's graying out a bunch of my screen. So, all right. Shamborn and Prey on the front row for the restart. 44 laps remain.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. We're going to let this all cycle through. Rundle still in the pit, so possibly down 215 cars out of our starting 22, as I don't see anybody else out on the track right now. Wow. Still Shamborn at the point. Prey is 2nd. Webb now challenging 2nd. He sits 3rd. Greg LeMay back here, the 99 car, in 4th. And it is a few car lengths back to Casey Miller. Miller's got a gap between himself and Scott Simley. 3 wide behind Simley, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Haberman, Yates, Cohan, all stacked up down the backstretch into turn 3. Still 3 wide. Good race here. Not for the lead, but 7th, 8th, and 9th. Oh, Nick Cohan got the car down in the infield, got it out of shape. That allows Yates to go by. And I think Haberman had a little issue up on the top side. He had to roll out of that throttle, keep that car from going over the top. Now he's going to play some catch-up. We may be 3 wide again. Simley's going to get a challenge out of Yates. Cohan's trying to keep the 21 down on the inside. Just got the door shut on him right there. Working lap number 12. Shamborn still in front, but LeMay got around Prey. Got right to the back end of the 01 car. And he lost some ground in 2. Can he make it up out of 4? He's got a run. He can keep going to the top side. He may be able to use the momentum. Pull alongside right here down the back stretch. Not quite enough that time. Keep an eye on these two guys right here. This is the battle for the lead. Greg LeMay out of turn 4. Not quite at the line. Yes, had the lead at the line. 4 1/1000ths of a second. Shamborn trying to keep the car in the middle. That's going to cost him the spot. LeMay will clear him this time. Greg LeMay to the point. Shamborn second. Prey, Miller, and Yates now. Around everybody into 5th. Here comes Cohan around the top side. He runs 6th. Then Simley, Haberman in 7th. Mason Hine and Josh Cox. That's 9th and 10th side by side right there. Laps clicking off. Track really starting to change. You can see a big slick groove starting to show up. The entry to 1, the entry to 3. Marbles laying across it. Should make for good racing. And now a problem for Shamborn, and LeMay went around and got even more of a gap. Stretched it out from about 3 or 4 car lengths to almost a full second. Shamborn had a problem in 2 the last time. Prey and Miller battling for 3rd here. 05 car. Casey Miller up on the top side. He's trying to use the cushion to build momentum. Has the spot in that time. Jeremy Prey back to 4th. Shane Yates still in 5th. Cohan still in 6th. Go back and look back here. 11th place, Dylan Macedo. Right behind Josh Cox. The battle between Hine and Cox settled. They are single file now. Go on board with Shane Yates. See what he's doing to try to run down Jeremy Prey. Just keeping the car smooth on the top. Now pull to the inside. A lot of grip down there. Good run to the inside. Can he hang on the bottom? Get up off the corner. Not quite enough that time. He's going to be pinned down there for a couple of laps at least. Doesn't look like he's going to make up much ground. He's going to have to probably go back to the top to try to make that work. Now, LeMay kind of settling. Saw a car go outside. 68, Chris Webb. Went off track. Out of 2. Get the car out of the way. Keep the caution from coming out. Halfway next time by. LeMay just over a second. Kind of maintaining that gap right there. 1 to 1.1 seconds. Shamborn hanging on to second, but Miller has been running him down a little here, a little bit there. Jeremy Prey now stretches himself away 4 or 5 car lengths from Shane Yates and Nick Cohan. All over the back of the 11 car one more time. That battle 5th and 6th. Cohan thought maybe something was going to be on the bottom. It wasn't there. Now Yates went back to the top shelf. He's got the momentum. Maybe going to go around Prey down the backstretch here. Clears him by a car length. Well, Cohan almost took the car off the track, checked it up, lost distance to both Yates and Prey, and Yates moves around into 4th. LeMay now starting to stretch it, 1.6 seconds. Coming to begin lap number 30. Runs in, keeps the car low. Picked up a 10th right there. Shamborn holding off Miller. He's working the bottom. Miller's working the cushion. Two, three, and four. Leader in traffic. Went around Aaron Beaver. Don Runkle next in line to be lapped. Runkle runs in 13th. Shamborn now is going back to the top side. Doesn't know where the lap car is going to be. He gets into the back of Beaver right there. That's going to open the door, and Miller's going to take second off the top side of two. Wasn't sure where that lap car was going to go. He chose low. Lap car went there. That's going to move Shamborn back to third. Yates in fourth. And Jeremy Prey now reeling Shane Yates back in a little bit. Yates may have to stay in the outhouse here, in the penthouse here, while some of these other guys drive around in the bottom, in the basement. LeMay, 2.1 seconds. He's in heavy lap traffic now. They're side by side. That's for position. Robinson, the 179. Runkle, the 00. The 6 of Josh Cox. He's going to have to be careful. Pick his way in. Very, very gentle on the bottom. 3 wide. Your leader. Passing lap cars. Gets around the 179. Now Slider. That didn't help him at all. He's going to lose a lot of time to Miller. Trying to throw a slider in there and get everybody at once. Got the car out of shape. So 13 to go out of turn 4 of this time. Leader still working lap traffic. Now the gap, 1.1 seconds again. It was over 2. Now Mason Hine in the lap parade right in front of your leader. Leader really having a tiptoe here, and it's costing him a lot of time. LeMay, heavy traffic, and being boxed in like this, that is opening the door. Oh, there we go. Right, caution as your leader got into the back of the slower. Number 89 of Mason Hine turned him right around. Down here in turns 1 and 2, Miller right there behind. And Hine got the car a little out of shape. And I think LeMay looked to go to the outside right there. So not sure anybody wanted to see a caution right there, but we'll get here to reset your top 10. LeMay, Miller, Shamborn, Yates, Prey, Simley, Cohan, Macedo, Haberman, and Cox. 14 cars maybe still on the track. 21 car of Shea Paulo going to rejoin the fray. He's 33 laps down. Robbie Schaefer, 34 laps down. John Borsch, 34 laps down. Rylan Gray, 39 laps. Still sitting in the pit, so not sure if he's coming in or not. All right, everybody getting doubled up. Going to be 11 laps to go this time.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Right, waning lap caution. Not really sure what this would even be for. Everybody was pretty much squared up. So unless somebody was rolling out and stopped, which that may have happened. Yeah, watch right here. The 06 car is going to roll out past that green cone, and as soon as he stops, right there, yep, he slowed down too far and he was too close to the track, so that is what had brought out that caution, because there was a car on the approach apron that got below certain speed. So the drivers will wait as the pace truck is going to find its way around. Pick up the field. He is coming around through turns 1 and 2 now. And now everybody will start to roll off and file in behind. We're going to be about 10 to go. We get the green flag.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
So extended caution period to allow everyone to get to their correct positions. Now they'll double up the field behind the pace truck. He'll drop off in turn 3 to the outside. And we will go back to green with LeMay and Miller on the front row to get us restarted.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. LeMay goes to the bottom in 1 and 2. Miller should have a pretty good run down the backstretch, but not enough to get there. In fact, Shamborn used the same line that LeMay was using. Oh, there goes Miller. Miller headed out through the back door in turn 4, and Casey Miller hard into the outside fence. Going to come around on the exit of turn 4. That right rear is going to slip over. Yep, there he comes. Bam. Hard into the fence. So cautions breeding cautions. This will be inside 10. All right, restarting right here. Lap 41.
Green, green, green.
LeMay back on the throttle. We'll see if he does the same thing he did the last lap and stay on the bottom through 1 and 2. Does this time. Shamborn goes there. Shane Yates tried to go. Yates is going to have a good run. The better run is Jeremy Prey, the 117 on the high side. He may be in second when we come out of turn number 4 right here. At the line, Shamborn got a great drive out of 4. He took second back. Prey is third, Yates is fourth, Cohan down on the bottom is fifth, and here comes Dylan Macedo in the 25. Up to 6. Now Macedo leaves the racing surface in turn 3. Can't get the car back on. That car going to roll over. Down to 4. I'm surprised we didn't get a caution for that. But that is what LeMay needed. He's out to 1.1 seconds again. Shamborn in second, Jeremy Prey is third, and Yates right behind him in fourth. See where Macedo must have got the car righted because he's joining back up. Cars all over the place back here. Hine or Beaver, one of them. See what it happens right here behind these guys. That was Mason Hine was kind of part of that, but I don't think anything major. I think a couple cars just got sideways, and somebody got past 90 degrees, and that caused the caution to fly right there. So Chad Robinson was part of that deal, the 179 car. So as the laps wind down, the intensity is going to ratchet up a little bit. Guys may get a little sloppy. We may have some more contact, but still been a great race thus far. 5 cautions, 3 of those within the last, about 4 laps. So one of those just for a car trying to roll back onto the track and just stopped in the wrong spot. So really, really nothing for these guys to worry too much about. We're going to get a good finish out of it. LeMay, Chambord, Prey, Yates, and Cohan are the top 5. We're going to have about 5 to go when we go back to green. All right, pace truck is off. Single file for the restart. They're down to 5 to go. That triggers the single file. Restarts LeMay, Chambord, and Prey. Everybody's away. Shane Yates going to go right to the basement here. See if he can use that tacky on the bottom to get a drive. But Prey, too much momentum on the top side. You see your leader? Top 3. We're running the high side in turns 3 and 4. Now, down to the bottom for LeMay. He's going to get the drive out of the corner in turn 2. Start to extend that lead. 0.6 of a second right there. Picked up 1/10 and a half. Just getting to the tacky stuff. 4 to go this time by. Still Chambord, then Prey, Cohan, and Yates. Cohan, the 21 on the top side. Yates, the 11 on the bottom. 4th and 5th right now. And Nick Cohan trying to make a bid to get on the podium tonight. Cuts the car down the middle, 3 and 4. Had it on the inside. I don't know what he's going to do in 1 and 2. That car was out of shape, and he gathered it back. He's going to get a good run. He's going to stay close to Jeremy Prey here. 2 to go for LeMay this time out of turn 4. 1 full second. You're watching 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here. Cohan. Keeping the momentum up through 1 and 2. Don't know if he's going to do much. He may have to throw a slider right here in 3 and 4. I don't think that's going to happen. Got in there too hot. Going to lose some ground. White flag in the air. Watch the battle here. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. LeMay is going to pick up the win tonight. He's in 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to come home second? At the line, it's Chambord and then Jeremy Prey. Your top 3, Nick Cohan and Shane Yates, rounding out that top 5. We'll get a couple of these guys in here. Now, these guys are going to have to come in here on their own, it looks like. No power to move people, so we'll have to try to wait and see if we can get these guys. I might have to go into that waiting room to talk to these fellas. All right, well, I don't know what all that was about, but we will see who joins us. I know LeMay's coming. There comes Chambord. I do not see Jeremy Prey just yet. I know we talked to him last time. So we will wait for just a minute or 2 here. Let's take a look at the results real quick while we wait for Jeremy to see if he is coming into the channel. LeMay, Chambord, Prey, top 3. Then Cohan and Yates. Scott Simley in 6th. Josh Cox finishes 7th. Haberman was 8th. Robinson 9th. Macedo 10th. 11th to Casey Miller 12th. Don Runkle, Mason Hine in 13th. Aaron Beaver 14th. Chris Webb was 15th. Robbie Schaefer 16th. 17th to John Borst. Rylan Gray in 18th. Reed Rundle was 19th. 20th to Shea Paulo. 21st, Gabe Gladfelter. Josh Hart in 22nd. And Scott Barkman rounded out the field. Now I think we've got our guys. And we will get Jeremy Prey. Well, yeah, there he is. Jeremy able to join the channel with us. Jeremy, you there?
How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Good run for you. Started close to the front, slid back a little bit, and then late in the going, got yourself back up to the podium, man. How was the feature tonight?
Tell you what, it was interesting. With the top was definitely fast, but it was a little bit. I was telling Greg, he went up to the top quick, and I was like, I don't know, that's sketchy for me right now. So I tried the middle, and finally had to make myself go up to the top and hit some white nickel and then Lernerville when that top slick off and it's still fast.
Well, it's sketchy to go to the top side at Lernerville, period. I don't care if the track's tacky or not. One slip, the right rear is going to go over that lip, and you're out of here. So it's sketchy. It's just sketchy from the get-go. But a fantastic run, man. A lot of fast guys in here. Like I said, you went backwards early, just not confident enough to run that top and try to stay in there. Did you think you'd have a shot late to get up there?
Well, I finally figured out, got lucky, I guess, and figured out that I wasn't driving the car in farther enough. So after I got passed twice or 3 times, I realized I wasn't running in deep enough. And after I changed that, I was able to start moving forward and got lucky. I think the second place guy, he went off. So every little bit helps.
Well, fantastic run, man. Who do you got on the car helping you out before we let you go celebrate?
Savannah Auto Electric and Wraith Racing. And I appreciate you guys interviewing it and putting the broadcast up for us. You guys do an excellent job. And Mission22, of course, I'm a veteran, so that's a heck of a charity to definitely, if you have a few dollars, go in there and donate as much as possible for these guys and girls.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Appreciate your service, and we'll see you next week, man.
All right, thank you, sir.
Jeremy Prey, your third place finisher. Let's see if we can find Nick Shamborn. Nick, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Roger.
All right, man. Good run, man. You kept that Yoko 01 up front pretty much all night long. Tell us about your run tonight in the feature.
I'll tell you what, it was a great night for me and the team. We started off good. We had a good qualifying run. Started second in our heat and was able to win that, and then just hung around up front all night, kind of followed the track line there down to the bottom, and then started to hit the top in 3 and 4 when I needed to.
Yeah, it looked like the track changed a lot from the beginning of the feature until the end. What did you see from the driver's seat?
Well, when we started that race there, the middle was real fast, and I ran that for a while, and I saw some guys coming on the top, but that top here, especially here at Lernerville, is very, very tricky. Easy to slip over the edge there like some of the guys did in the race. So I tend to try to stick to the bottom and just followed the line down there and ended up working out pretty well for me.
Yeah, I would say second step on the podium is fantastic, man. I'm sure you got a bunch of shout-outs and a bunch of thank yous you'd like to get out before we let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, man, first I'd like to thank my team, give a shout-out to the Disney Motorsports boys, Nick, Anthony, and all them. Great group of guys, Tim, Shane, John, and Josh for helping me along the way. Also want to give a shout-out to the Hot Dog King, Yakko's Hot Dogs here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Great hot dogs. They got cheesesteaks, French fries, and their famous sauce is known worldwide. So, Mrs. T's Pierogies, Kreider Farms, and lastly, Lehigh Valley Phantoms. And also a special shout-out to my mom tonight.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and I look forward to seeing you in the sprint cars next week, sir.
Yep. Thanks, Roger. Thanks for broadcasting. I appreciate everything you do.
All right, man. Second place finisher, Nick Shamborn. Now, let's get down here and let's talk to Mr. What tonight turned out to be Mr. Drive away from everybody the every chance he got. Greg LeMay, you there?
I got you, Roger. How are you?
I am good, sir. 99 car looked pretty quick out there tonight, man. Tell us what was going on in the feature for you.
It's just I just did a big block race here the other day with the NARC league and kind of had an idea what lines to run, and they worked again tonight. And I know that we had some server issues, but those guys up front, they definitely gave me a run for my money when they could. And on those restarts, they were trying some stuff, but yeah, the elbows up car just got her done tonight.
Yeah, it looked like, especially late in the going, you changed your line a little bit. You've been running at the top for pretty much the whole race. Then you started going to the bottom in 1 and 2. What was different in the end of that than at the beginning?
I mean, the slick at the top at 1 and 2 is pretty treacherous. I know it bit a few people, even guys like Chris Webb that I was racing with. He had a really good run going and ended up going over the top. And then I think I saw Casey Miller go over the top too there. So I was like, well, let's try something different and not throw it away, because I felt like I still had enough speed running that low line to still hang on till the end. And I'll take a podium run over sitting down by the motorhome at the bottom of the hill any day of the week.
Yeah, I don't know. Cold beer sometimes is better than having to fight that thing to keep it on the track.
That's for sure.
Well, fantastic run. You pick up the win tonight. Congratulations on that. Who do you got for shout-outs and thank yous? And we'll let you pop the cork on that champagne.
Definitely. Always want to shout out the Dirt Race Network. You guys put on a great broadcast, I'm sure. So I'm going to go back and watch that tonight. The PRO League, I mean, their sponsor right now, I don't know the title of it, but I know they're going for a really, really cool cause. So if you guys had it up on the broadcast, definitely check that out. But my team, Elbows Up, Sim Sport, School Sim Racing, Flow Racing, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beat, Jessup Logistics, Roofco, Catch Fence Apparel, Paints by Tuna Can, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Overall Photography, everybody that lets me do this every night. And huge shout out to those guys. And thanks again.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. And I look forward to seeing you later on this week.
Sounds good, buddy. I'll see you this week.
Your winner tonight, Greg LeMay. We went down through the results a little while ago. Good race. Lernerville seems to be getting a little bit better each time we see somebody new on it. Everybody's figuring this track out, and it is starting to produce some really good racing. Always fun to come here and watch no matter what car they put out on it. But I think tonight's Mission22, No Fences 50, presented by snoopdawgydon on Twitch, was a fantastic race. Congratulations to Greg LeMay, Nick Shamborn, and Jeremy Prey for their podium finishes. That is going to do it for me tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, Dominic Santina back in the booth. Dirt Slingers, Wednesday Night Warriors, presented by Wichita Tire and Alignment. They will be in the UMP mods at Lanier, 8 o'clock. So tune in for that. Say hi to Nick, or hi to Don in Dom in the chat, and watch a great UMP modified race. Until we see you guys the next time, for Dominic Santina and myself here at the Dirt Racing, everybody keep it dirty